Welcome back, trainers, and wow, do you see what I see here? Now, this was found within the game data by a individual, and we're going to get into more details. We're going to do some detective work here and figure this out. We're on GoHub, and then we're going to go take a look at what Pokemon Go officially said about something in a newsletter. So let's put all the pieces together and see what we have here, because we can possibly, in a few days, have Kanto shinies galore. So if you didn't notice, after they bring back the normal sprites when the Pokemon were all 8-bitty, a lot of the sprites have changed. I noticed this myself, that the colors were lighter, like as if they were all about to become shiny. Because every time they make a Pokemon shiny and they're about to release it, they change the sprite of that specific Pokemon. Let's say the last one, Venusaur, they made it lighter. And I'm not talking about the shiny, I'm talking about the regular color. So they seem to do this every time a shiny is released into the game for that specific Pokemon. And they did that with a ton of the Kanto sprites. So let's go ahead and take a look, dive deeper into this and see what's really going on here, shall we? Okay, so we're still on GoHub. Shout out to GoHub. You guys are on top of it. Everybody that works for you too and helps contribute all this information. Okay, so let's get right into this. Curious announcement in Pokemon Go's newsletter. Starting April 10th? Alright, trainers. In the past few hours, some trainers have reported receiving a very curious email newsletter from Pokemon Go Live. And managed to put our hands on it. Alright, so let's go ahead and see what they're talking about. They go on to, alright, up here they go on to say the current events within the game, and what's happening, you know, bringing all these people up to speed. But then there's this line in here. However, a curious announcement we are referring to contains 3 very short lines. Now, let's see. Trainers, starting April 10th, we'll be hosting a special celebration in honor of the Kanto region in Pokemon Go. Keep your eyes on the official Pokemon Go website and social media channels for more information surrounding this event. That basically tells me, alright, we're not going to get all these sprites changed, lighter colors. We could see patterns with Niantic. If your eyes are open enough, you're able to predict what's happening within the game to a degree. Okay, and I'm going to tell you this, we are probably going to get a ton of Kanto shiny Pokemon released in a mass, which makes perfect sense because at the rate they're going with the shiny release, this game will be complete in another 40 years. All right, so yeah, they need to speed it up and release all the shinies like a lot of people have been saying, so we can get excited for every single tap, and maybe we can possibly get a shiny on everything. Now, maybe I'm getting a little bit carried away by saying everything. Maybe a plethora, a lot, like 50 Pokemon, which is a good boost, which is needed for this game, because like I said, if at the rate they're going, we'll be having all the shiny Pokemon in another 40 years. All right, so maybe I'm being a little dramatic on that, but you get where I'm going with all this, right? So there you have it, just a quick little update on this. And we're going to take a look at something else, Earth Day, because there's going to be some really nice Stardust bonuses if we can get other trainers to help clean up. So keep this in your mind and think about it, because get ready. Make sure you have Ultra Balls. All right, make sure you have a lot of Ultra Balls and Golden Raspberries, because what is going on here? Are we going to see a lot of Kanto shiny Pokemon? Let's go back and take a look at that picture, shall we? Makes perfect sense. Like I said, the sprites have changed. Let's hop into Pokemon Go, as a matter of fact. Let's hop into Pokemon Go and look at these sprites firsthand so we can see what is he talking about if you haven't really noticed. I mean, technically, if you're not looking at the sprites constantly on a daily basis, you're probably not going to notice these changes. But on the other hand, if you're looking at them all day, every day, you're going to know big time. It might be a little bit more difficult seeing that they were 8-bit and gone for a while, and then they came back. Your memory might have been just, you know, blurry on exactly how they look. But I can tell you this, no, the sprites have changed. The colors look different. They're lighter. They're preparing for this mass shiny release. I could put some money down on that. Now, I'm telling you, I'm pretty good at predicting these things in Pokemon Go. So let's go ahead and hop into the Pokemon Go newsletter and take a look at what's going on with Earth Day. Then we'll hop into Pokemon Go and look at the sprites, determine whether or not they've changed or not. Okay, so Pokemon Go Earth Day cleanup. So they go on to say we got to keep the planet clean, and then there's a company who is trying to help keep the planet clean, and they want our help. So what is going on here? So let's take a look. Hosted by local nonprofits, these cleanup events will involve picking up trash and cleaning up natural areas alongside other trainers and local community members. So join us as we look to host the most coordinated cleanups in the 40-hour period. So we have 1,500 players cleaning up trash, unlocks ×2 Stardust when catching ground, water, grass type Pokemon. That sounds fantastic. Any extra Stardust for me is good Stardust. All right, 3,000 players cleaning up trash, unlocks ×3 Stardust when catching groundwater and grass. Could you imagine if the day was sunny where you're at, you had a star piece on? You might as well cancel all your plans for the next few, what is the time, 48 hours? Because you're going to have to be grinding that Stardust. Oh yeah, that's right, ladies and gentlemen. ×3 Stardust, which I'm pretty sure will unlock. Okay, I'll be out there cleaning up trash. I'm not too sure how this is working. Maybe there's going to be booths at specific places around the world for this event, but I don't understand how they would keep track, because if there was like some sort of like check mark that just allows you to say, check, I'm cleaning, I would assume like a ton of people would just check it, you know, and just, I'm not saying there's a bunch of liars out there. I'm just saying, you know, people would say, well, let's try to get this started. I'm just going to pick up a few pieces of trash and say I cleaned up. But you see what I'm saying? I'm sure they have some sort of thing worked out. But anyways, that's a lot of Stardust. All right. Now, hopefully it's a sunny day, because that sounds crazy. I will actually get out of my car, because lately I drive around, right? And I play Pokemon Go. I walk too. I do tons of walking. But when it comes wintertime, and this period of the year right here usually is warmer, and it has been warm for the past few days, but we have this wind that's killer. The sun could be beaming hot, but as soon as that wind blows in, and it's chilling to the bone, you don't want to even be outside. So I'll be walking out there. It doesn't matter what wind, ice, cold, snow. Yes, snow. We've been getting snow in the last week here in Alaska. All right, let's hop into Pokemon Go and look at these new sprites and see what's really going on, shall we? Okay, folks. Let's go ahead and look at the Pokemons. The Pokemans. So, look at that. Every time I go into my Pokemon by number, I have to just look at all those shiny Bulbasaurs. And to be honest with you, at the rate that this community day is going, I might even have to start transferring shinies, because it's starting to accumulate a lot of my space. Alright, so Charmeleon has a slight, when you tap on them, they're not going to look different. Well, they might. Here, let me show you. Charmeleon seems slightly different. Charmander has a bit of a different look. They even changed the way they look. Yeah, the one that was most noticeable to me was Persian, because I know that one by heart. So Metapod actually has changed. Kakuna, Pidgey, and Pidgeot, Rattata, Sparrow, Arbok, and we can skip that because that's shiny already. I'm not too sure about Nidoking or Queen. Look, Clefairy. Clefairy is 100% in Clefable. Look at that. Look at that sprite. You can totally tell it's changed. It's much lighter. And I even think like Clefairy is like a little bit darker. I'm not too sure, but it's changed. Vulpix, 100%. I can tell it's lighter. And Ninetales as well. So Wigglytuff, I'm going to be totally honest. I'm not too sure for that one. Oddish, Gloom, and Vileplume do look a little bit different. Parasect, without it, is probably one of the most noticeable ones. It's lighter and brighter. I don't know if that makes sense, but it's definitely has changed the color variants. Now Persian, my cat right here, it looks different. Not only does the color look different and Meowth as well, but the position of which it was standing looks a lot different. Golbat is very noticeable. It's a little bit darker on its underbelly and on its sides where the shading is. The position is the same, I do believe, but that looks like it is definitely might be getting a shiny. As far as I know, all of these are different, okay? These are just the most noticeable ones. Arcanine, absolutely. Look at that color. You can totally tell that that has been changed. It's lighter. So they are definitely prepping for a mass shiny release or something, okay? Or something. Poliwrath, I think it's darker, but I'm not 100% sure. Machamp is a little bit different. Can you imagine? I think the shiny Machamp is green. Yeah, it's green. So I think that one has been changed too. The top of his head, where he has those three fin things on the top there, those look slightly different. Like the position of his head has moved. Okay. Victreebel, I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't see too much of a change. Bellsprout looks like it was slightly lightened up. Weeping Bell looks like his position was a little bit changed. Tentacruel, yep, he looks a little different. His color looks, his orb on the top looks like it has a bit more shine than usual. Slowpoke and Slowbro. Slowbro is very noticeable because of the shell on its tail, and it's just lighter. Before it was a bit grayer. Now they've changed it up a bit. This is very, very exciting. Dodrio definitely changed up. That brown used to be darker. Now it's lighter. Muck, I can't see too much of a noticeable difference, to be honest. Cloyster looks darker. Definitely looks darker. Now, Gengar, if he is released as a shiny, so that's going to be Haunter, or I'm sorry, Ghastly. Oh my goodness. But yeah, I can't see too much of a difference on Gengar there really at all. Hypno is one of those that's just so obvious that you feel something happening within the game. Onyx, you can see a little bit of a color variation there. Krabby and Kingler are definitely changed. Looks so obvious. Kingler used to be brighter orange, now it's lighter. So this is crazy, guys. Exeggutor, I can't wait. I want a shiny Exeggutor very bad. It looks like it's been sunburned, or I don't know if you could say sunburned, just sun bleached in the sun. It's just it looks like a fall type color of a plant. All right, so yes, and that one looks like it's completely been changed. Exeggutor. Let's keep going on here. We're gonna go through the entire Kanto right now. Hitmonlee has been changed. It's lighter. Now, good luck trying to find one of those shiny. That would be something, huh? Hitmonchan has definitely been changed. It's lighter. It's I guess it can be male and female, so we'll just call it, we'll call it a suit. Was pink, brighter pink before, and its punching gloves were brighter as well as its skin. It's all has been lightened up. Lickitung has been lightened up as well. Coughing, I can't tell too much, but as we go down to Rhydon, definitely has been lightened up on the sprite. And when you click on them, they should have been changed as well, but I don't think all the changes have been quite implemented yet. But when you're looking at it at face value, while you're scrolling down, Rhydon has definitely been lightened up there quite a bit. Alright, so Jinx, look at the Jinx. It looks like definitely has been changed. Same with Scyther, same with Starmie. Yeah, Goldane has a new position, looks like, and has been lightened up as well. So Electabuzz, I don't think I see much of a difference. But like I said, I could be totally wrong. I'm not 100% on all these. I'm just pointing out the noticeable ones. Pinsir, I feel like it's been changed, but I'm not too sure. Gyarados is not changed. Lapras' position might have been changed just a little bit. The color doesn't seem to have made any sort of change there. And as far as these, now I know a big one is going to be Eevee. Eevee's shiny, because if you get shiny Eevee, you know, you get shiny every evolution, you know. So all of its evolutions change. I can't see any sort of change for Eevee. And if they do release a shiny Eevee during this event, that would be amazing. But to be honest with you, I think that they'll probably do that for a special event, because that's too big. A shiny Eevee seems crazy. Flareon's position, Jolteon, and Vaporeon. The most noticeable one, though, Flareon, his position looks a little bit different, and color actually seems a little bit brighter. His colors look like they've been darkened. So Kabutops definitely has been lightened up. Definitely looks different right there. Aerodactyl has definitely been darkened. You can see his purple, and his color is a little bit darker. Yeah, that's the first time I have actually looked at him like this ever since the Sprites came back. So shiny Snorlax is a possibility because I do see a big color variance right now. It has been darkened, and its stomach looks like it's also been darkened in the front skin there. So wow, they're really gonna lay it on us, huh? Let's look at Mewtwo. Let's look at Mewtwo. So we have all these already shiny. Well, the Dratini. Mewtwo doesn't look different. And yeah, that's about it. Okay, guys, so there you have it. Pretty crazy. See, let's look. Just look at that. Look at the Hypno. It just looks so obvious. Dodrio, Slowbro. The obvious ones I'm going to point out as we're scrolling up. Arcanine, Persian, Meowth, Parasect. That's the, like, seriously obvious one there. Vileplume looks different for sure. Vulpix, absolutely. Clefairy. And yeah, so as far as the starters, I can't... Charmeleon and Charmander are a possibility. I can't see too much, except for Charmeleon has been lined up, so he may be in the future of this event. But I maybe could be wrong. So there you have it, everybody. Thank you for watching. Get excited, and we'll just have to see what the future holds for us on the 10th. Today is the 8th, so they should be announcing it within a day or a day and a half or so. So be safe out there, trainers, and I'll be catching you all next time.